Hello everyone! So this is part 2 of my haul from my vacation, and this one is focusing more on the collector stores that we had visited throughout the major Phoenix region of Arizona, as well as a few places around City of Industry and LA. So this is going to be a little bit more rapid fire because actually there's more stuff in this haul than there is in the frankincense haul because of course we hit probably about 14, 15 different collector shops over the week. It was a lot. It was a lot. And because I'm in the business myself and I understand like how important every potential sale is, and you really pray that every single person who walks into the store buys at least something, I did make sure to get at least one thing from everywhere I visited. So there is a lot. So I will be quickly going through this. So first off, right outside frankincense, actually, there is a little anime shop called Sakura Anime Toys. So from there, we picked up the Bumblebee model kit based on the Bumblebee movie, which is a nice way of having like a movie accurate version of that Bumblebee sitting around. Not that it's not going to transform, but it's going to look really, really nice. And this, now Remint does all these different Pokemon collectibles and all these different styles. I've got a few. I did a blind box blitz of them, and this one I've never seen the stained glass. I saw a ton in frankincense and then even more in Little Tokyo, but that's the only one I saw in that particular style, so I grabbed it and looking quite nice. So it's the Ho-Oh, by the way, which is not a bad one. Not a bad one. Let's see. We visited two different stores called Book Off. The first in Del Amo and the second in Gardena. These are based on it's the same franchise that's in Japan that is just like a used books and collectible store, and they're generally huge in Japan. Here, they're decently sized. Not like gigantic by any stretch of the imagination, but they do come across some different and interesting collectibles and a lot of tokusatsu stuff. So the first one was in Del Amo. Let's see, where is my haul from that? So you're going to notice a bit of a theme. So first off, I found this little art portfolio, little art profile thing for Agito Shining. Anything Agito I grabbed. I have this little articulated figurine of Tajador. We have this big non-articulated Sofubi from Tajador. Looking very cool. Someone else? Yeah, okay, I had to pick that up. The big thing from Del Amo was a Figuart Eternal. It was still all the bits from what I can tell. Like, talk about like completely random grab. Actually, I don't think his dagger's there. Oh, well, he was inexpensive and his horns aren't broken. I will accept that. Still, cool one to find. From Gardena, actually a lot of the same. Let's see where all that was. So, saw Fubi for G3X. And a lot of this stuff, I will say, dirt cheap. So a lot of this stuff is like $3, $4 rescues, like a $7 one's in there. I think the little Tajador was like $15, and like it's the most expensive like single item I got. Well, no, because the Eternal was like $30, but a lot of inexpensive stuff. We have I believe this is the World Collectible figure Agito. I've got the one with the unfurled fins, so now I've got both versions. And while we were at it, let's find one for double as well. $3. How nice is that? So those will go in with the few I have. They're sitting over here. We had a completely random Cybertron Hightail. So I figured, hey, that's the most random place I'm going to find a Cybertron toy. So yeah, I'm going to take it. We had a little Agito Safubi in this unpainted translucent yellow. I was told that these were like done as like special event things. I've never seen like a clear yellow one. My new friend Josh just kind of threw this at me because it very quickly picked up on how obsessed with Agito I was. What else? The Tiny Pla Monster from Wizard. Wizard didn't age well for me, but I do love the design of the Plow Monsters, and to have a tiny one I thought was really cool, especially for $3 and it hasn't been assembled or anything. At some point I might like to get the Griffin if I can find it, just because I like that one the best. Let's see, I'm reading my little... I had to write a cheat sheet because there's so much here to keep track of. Found a Scorpion Alien. This is like my third one, but screw it. I love the Scorpion Alien. So we got another one. I want a whole swarm of them at some point. And from the Gardena location, the big one, or I guess the most interesting one, seems pretty unassuming. But within, which I can't get open. No, it's a Beast Box. Specifically, it's JoJo's. The gorilla with that cybernetic design, like, high sci-fi style design with the off-white and bright green. This is actually the version of the gorilla I wanted, and it sold out. So, hey, $7. Not gonna beat that. So, very cool to have. So, those were the book-offs. From there, it was up to Los Angeles and Little Tokyo, and Little Tokyo is amazing. Had a lot of Japanese food there I've never had before. Okonomiyaki, actually on my list now, food I need to find locally. Vietnamese pho as well. I liked it better than ramen. So, while we were in Little Tokyo, Bandai Spirits had a pop-up shop. And just because, hey, I've never gotten to go to one of their pop-up shops, went and all the stuff I really wanted was sold out. All the exclusive models they had were translucent, so I was not going to dare touch those. All the Digimon ones I liked were sold out. So what was I left with? I was left with a Death Scythe, because I do have enough love left for Gundam Wing, and I love nostalgia, and hey, it's a Scott McNeil thing. But I might build that and give it to someone else. I've got someone in mind who'd probably appreciate a Death Scythe more than I. As well, something else in Little Tokyo, and I love this. I absolutely love this. There's a little, like, Japanese-style vinyl shop across the street from Anime Jungle. And I wish I could have taken photos in there, but it's an artistic place, so no photos. What they did have, and I immediately fell in love with this thing as soon as I saw it. Meet Ragnar. Look at that big boy. It's hitting the Gamera vibes, but it's also got that Mega Man arm cannon thing going. He's huge. Absolutely huge. The designers of this, immediately reached out to me on Twitter. They're super cool about this. Guess they're happy to see their boy being discovered out in the wild. I wish the arms bent a little bit more. Like, the sockets are, super tight. I think they're not quite round. But, yeah. Love the design on this thing. Apparently there was a Kickstarter to get this off the ground, so the original colored version of this guy is non-existent now. I did go off their website and buy a painted one, which was a lot of money. But I love the craftsmanship that goes into stuff like this, and I love the design. So I'm not gonna mind whatsoever. Might buy a blank so I can paint my own. I'll figure that one out later. So the big store here was Anime Jungle, completely loaded with model kits, figure arts, and above all else, tokusatsu stuff. They actually had a Kamen Rider statue in the store. The marquee outside had Super Sentai and Kamen Rider listed on it. There's this massive wall of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai toys behind the counter. They're hanging up used ones in bags, just like a Japanese shop. Ludicrous amount of stuff I could have spent a lot of money on. I almost bought a complete selection Zeronos belt there, but I wasn't familiar enough with how much the Zeronos belt did for the price. I really like Zeronos, but maybe not enough to drop the $175 they wanted, which I know is a fair price actually. To find it in person, it's a fair price, not have to deal with shipping. But didn't pull the trigger on that. Probably for the best. It would have been too big for my luggage. Well, here's what I did get. First and foremost, I finally have a Gokai Saber. This thing was so hard to find when it first came out. I never got my hands on one. So thrilled that that's finally a thing. Though this one, the paint is in pretty shoddy condition in some spots, you know, especially like you can see it up there, how bad the wear is. You ask for one that's hanging on the wall, and they just go in the back and get another one they happen to have. And I'm pretty sure the one that I picked on the wall didn't have nearly as many scuffs as this. But, you know what? I don't care. I love the Gokai Saber and never had it. Got it now. Need to get batteries and dig up all my Ranger keys now. So, put that over there. I spotted a Gills figure. Like a tiny little Gills figurine. But it was part of a set. It was part of a set, so I've got a Storm Agito, which looks like he's holding a bow, but it's supposed to be a staff. I might have to. I'll have to take a hairdryer to that and fix it at some point. We got some classic Shocker monsters. We got a completely random Kuga Rising Titan, who also needs to have his weapon straightened out. Bought all of those just so I could get the Gills, and then they had like an individual Shining Agito as well, so he came home. I grabbed just about anything Agito I found on this trip, if you hadn't noticed. To that point, more figurines. We've got Gills in his broken form, with his original horns. We have G3. We have another Agito Burning. Get those in. We have an Exceed Gills. And then we had this, which was blind boxed. It was going to be one of those 6 on the back. And knowing my luck, I knew it wouldn't be Gills in the Gills Raider. My bet was either on G3 or Nigo in his bike. That's actually never, no, that's Nigo. One stripe. No, what is actually in here is Agito with the bike in slider mode. So, that's not terrible. It's not Gills, but it's not terrible. What else from Anime Jungle? A lot. We got these. 01 weapons. I need to get... I'm debating getting the Progrise Hopper Blade now because I got this. I love the play pattern for 01, so more weapon toys, not a bad thing. Put those down there to get them out of the way. 2 big ones. One financially, one physically. I said I'd pick up anything Agito, and that includes an Agito Burning that is that huge. It was actually broken. One of the blades was actually just barely held on, so now it's epoxied in and everything's fine. He does have this weird leaching thing around his belt because his belt is made of like a soft vinyl that is like not handling time well, so I need to clean that up. But other than that, yeah, it's a big burning Agito. And the surprising one at Anime Jungle, because I thought it would just be like, you know, toys that were specifically from Japan, but there was a Transformer section, and to my surprise, a complete G1 highbrow in remarkably nice shape. Now, from everything I can tell, it is authentic. It does have like all the right markings, and when you look at it, the age is definitely there. There is some little gunk that has to get cleaned off of this. I don't know what that's about, but it pretty much just wipes right off. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. It's just ugly from some angles. But yeah, the headmaster's there. Both weapons are there. Still transforms fine. Everything's nice and stiff. Yeah, like really surprising to see it. I always mean to get more G1 headmasters, but they're so expensive to find online with everything included. The head, at least. This was north of 100, but not nearly close to what I see them go for online. So, good deal and very surprising find. Alright, and that would be everything from California, so this is where I'm going to reset, and we're going to go through the rest of it. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm, and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.